Welcome to the Postnatal Development Pilates workout. This is the third in the series and it's for anyone who is 6 to 10 weeks or beyond postnatal. Let's begin lying on your mat with knees and feet hip distance apart. We're going to do some gentle pelvic tilts, rocking the pelvis backwards and forwards, just to ease into the movement here. You want to find the level surface across the top so you have your natural curve underneath and your rib cage drawn down. Let's gently engage the core across the middle, about 30% or so, and we're going to take the arms up above the head here. Keeping the rib cage down and the core engaged, we're going to float the arms overhead and back to the start, drawing a circle or a half D shape as we come back to the start. As you do this, your main focus is keeping that rib cage drawn down and that core lightly engaged. So we're really just practicing that position, thinking about the core, but also thinking about that light pelvic floor lift as well, so you have a good, robust core trunk region. Let's exhale overhead and inhale as we return. From here, we're going to add in a leg movement at the same time. So we're going to extend the leg away as the arms move overhead. We're going to alternate the legs as we go. This is our double leg stretch exercise. We're wanting to keep that alignment between the legs and keep the pelvis absolutely still as you extend and use your core to come back to the start. Breathing out as we stretch away, breathing in as we come back. Breathing out, breathing in. Just lining that leg from the hip, the knee, the ankle in a straight line. Let's return the hands to the floor and just reset your neutral if you need to. We're going to come into scissors exercise next. So float one leg to tabletop and then lower back down. Float the opposite to tabletop and lower back down. So you want to keep the leg at 90 degrees at the hip, 90 degrees at the knee, and where I've placed my hands there, you want to really keep the pelvis absolutely still. So using that core to do the lift and to lower back down again. Breathing out on the lift, breathing in on the lower down. Keep relaxed through your top half. From here, we're going to extend the leg away now for a one leg stretch. So we come up to 90 degrees and then we stretch away, come back and lower down. So you want to be pointing the toes away from you as if you're pushing a button on the wall out in front. Lift and extend, back, lower down. Extend, back and lower down. Keep relaxed through your neck and shoulders. We're going to keep this next one here now. Make sure you're still in that neutral position. We're going to lower and lift the leg. So using the ankle, we're going to point the toes, pull them back. Point, pull back. You'll feel an increased tension across your core area as we do this, as you work that bit harder to control the movement. So keeping that rib cage flush down, and we will repeat on the other leg. So lengthen the leg away, down and lift, down and lift. Ensure that your pelvis is not rocking and the rib cage is not flaring as we move the leg up and down. Using those ankle movements just for that extra leg coordination. Good. Replace that leg down. And we're just going to take this knee towards our chest, followed by the other knee, and give them a small hug in. Release the legs one at a time, and then just do your pelvic tilts to find your neutral position once again. So level across your pelvis, rib cage flush down, just your natural core space, spine space underneath. Let's engage our core here, ready for some slightly stronger abdominal work here now. We're going to come into the double tabletop prep. So we float one leg, then the second leg, down, and down. This is a staged approach to loading the abdominals, taking one leg up followed by the other, replace, and then the other. Keep your breathing slow and steady as we move through these. We can take an exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, down and down. Keeping that core active throughout, maintaining a stable trunk and pelvis. Ensuring that your shoulders and arms are nicely relaxed by your sides. Okay, from here, let's hover the hands a couple of inches off the floor. This will just make it feel a little bit more challenging as we take away the hand support. If that doesn't work for you, place the hands back down again. Just keep that breathing slow and steady as we go. Okay, let's return to that neutral position once again. We're going to bring one leg up to tabletop and take it out to the side this time for a hip twist. This really challenges our rotation control and the use of our obliques. So you're bringing that leg out to the side and back to the center. You're going as far as you can control without the opposite hip or knee moving around with you. Breathing out to the side, breathing in as we return. Breathing out, breathing in. Keeping the rest of the body still, and then replace this leg down. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So hip twisting out to the side and back to the center. Keeping the opposite hip and knee in alignment and still. Exhaling out and inhaling back. Good. Okay. Let's breathe out and breathe in. Let's replace that leg back down to the floor, and this time we're going to bring the arms out wide and glue the knees and feet together for a hip twist to mobilise. So we bring both knees over to the side as far as you can, and then bring them back through the middle and off to the other side, just turning your head in the opposite direction from the knees. This is really nice to get a spinal stretch, but also to use your core to bring the legs back to the beginning. So once you get over to here, use that core to help assist the knees to come back, keeping both shoulders flat on the mat if you can. Breathing out, using your core and bringing it back. Let's just hug those knees into the chest. Let your lower back round into the floor this time, just for a small stretch, and replace the legs one at a time. We're going to come round over onto our front this time. So bring yourself right round onto your stomach and lie yourself flat down onto your mat. Place your hands underneath your forehead and then bring them down by the side here to get comfortable. You're welcome to put a towel under your head if you need to. We're going to do some breaststroke preparations to support the upper body. So have your legs hip distance apart, your core engaged underneath, and your arms are heavy by your sides. From here, we're going to draw the shoulders round behind you and reach for the toes. We lift up, draw down your back with your shoulder blades, and then replace. Exhaling as we lift and inhaling as we lower down. So think about widening the collarbones underneath you. Think about drawing the shoulder blades together and down in a diagonal manner down towards your toes. Slight reach through the fingertips and then rest back down. Breathing out, reach long and then inhale to replace. Really good for these upper back muscles here and strengthening around the back of us. We're now going to pulse the back of the arms up towards the ceiling in small, steady pulses here. This just prolongs the endurance of the muscles. Keep breathing in and out, and then relax to the floor. This next stage, we're going to add the forehead lift at the same time. Keep your eye gaze down towards the mat. Keep the back of the neck long. So let's imagine that you have a peach under your chin and you're trying to keep hold of that peach as we go. Breathing out, breathing in. Think about engaging your core underneath as you do these lifts. And then we're going to do our hundreds here as well. So hold and pulse the back of the arms, trying to keep the rest of the body very still as we go. Breathing in, out, and then return to the floor. Take the hands to the front now and let's just lift up for a nice Cobra Stretch here, only lifting as far as you are comfortable to do so. And then we're going to take a child's pose, so sending the hips down over your feet and the arms out in front. Okay, we're going to get ready to come up onto our hands and knees next here. So you want to have the hips over the knees and the shoulders over the wrists. Just find a comfortable position here with equal weight on all four. The chest is lifted from the mat and the core is once again engaged. We're going to do some scapular push-ups here. So we're going to drop the chest down and then push the chest back up again. You can see the movement is only in my upper back region and my elbows are not bending as we do the movement. So keep those arms nice and straight. Okay, I'm going to move my knees just slightly back here and just find a comfortable position to do some box push-ups now. So I'm keeping my bottom in the air. This just takes the strain away from my core slightly. I'm bending to get as low as I'm comfortable and then back up again. Breathing out, breathing in. Breathing out, breathing in. So still be keeping that core engaged as we go and just working to a depth that is good for you. And then we will take a child's pose to relax. Box push-ups are a great way to start introducing upper body strength work to you when perhaps you maybe don't have the full core strength or the confidence to go and do it yet. Let's come back to our 4-point position once again. I'm just going to tuck my shirt in here because I know what's coming up. So I have the hips over the knees, the shoulders over the wrists, and the core engaged here. The chest is lifted from the floor, so we have a strong upper body point. And you're going to take one leg and we're going to do a glute press to the ceiling. So trying to maintain a neutral spine, a strong core, we are going to squeeze this buttock and back down. Squeeze to the ceiling and down. Let's exhale as you push and inhale, return. Maintaining a strong upper body position that does not move as we go here. Really good for strengthening these bottom muscles and our core region. We're going to do some pulses now. So from here, pulse that foot up towards the ceiling. Push, 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 keeping strong through your core as you pulse. Let's rest that leg back down again. And get ready to go on the other side. So we're pushing that foot to the ceiling, bringing it back down again. Squeezing into those buttocks as we go. Keeping strong through the elbows, strong through the chest. Keeping the core active and engaged. Breathing out, breathing in. So keep squeezing through the buttock and then ready for our pulses. So even more squeezes just at the end of the range. We want to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keeping that core drawn and engaged underneath. Good, let's take a child's pose just to get the weight off of the shoulders and wrists and a nice big exhale. We're going to return back to our 4-point kneeling once again, and we're going to extend the leg out and then lift. Extend the opposite leg and lift. So once again, we're targeting those bottom muscles, the gluteals, but we're also working through your core underneath, and you're maintaining that upper body strength. So keep pushing yourself away from the mat with both hands, elevating through the chest, those shoulder blades pushing up towards the ceiling. Keep the space between your knees and feet throughout, so that we're really working the upper body, the core, and the lower body all the way through. We're going to stay on this one leg now just to work deeper into this one side. So feel that core tightening underneath you as we lift this leg up and down. Keep the breathing steady, and then we're going to repeat on the other side. Lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Staying strong through the upper body, strong through your core. Good. Okay, let's just take our last child's pose here to get the weight off of those wrists once more. And we're just going to start winding down through our workout with some nice mobility, starting with our thread the needle. Thread the needle is a lovely stretch for mobilising the spine through the chest and the upper body. And we'll repeat on the other side, opening up towards the ceiling and down. Getting as much twist as you feel comfortable to. We're going to come into our Swan Stretch next here, so bring one leg underneath you like an upside down V and lean your chest over the top of your knee. This is such a good stretch for those hip muscles. Gently come out and we'll repeat on the opposite side. Send the back leg out behind you, doesn't matter if it's straight or not, and then melt over the top of this knee. Gently lift up from here. We're going to come into a seated position, so cross-legged if that works for you, and just take some shoulder rolls. We're going to take the arms for a chest stretch here, just to open the front of the body. So lifting and widening through both arms, lifting and widen. Take it over to the side for our Mermaid Stretch this way. And then take it over to this side. And that's our workout complete for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you on the Freshly Centred YouTube channel again soon. Bye for now.